Hi, welcome back. This module will take us through the different rules that are used in probability. We'll be looking at the basic probability rules, writing down all the probability rules based on set theory. We'll focus one by one, starting with the complement rule. Move on to the types of events to understand what's mutually exclusive, what's mutually not exclusive, extending on to understanding the addition rule, and then understand what's conditional probability, which helps understand the multiplication rule. So the basic conditions of writing probability for a given event is P of E. As we have already seen in the previous module, P of E always ranges from 0 to 1. Most of the rules of probability theory are based on set theory. Here is a recollection. Complement of A are those set of events which belong to the universal set but do not belong to the set A. The union and intersection of sets A union B represents those elements which belong to both A and B together. The event A union B is shaded in the region here. A intersection B means A and B. The elements need to be present in both A as well as in B, the common points of intersection of two sets, as represented here. A intersection B, the common points between the set A and the set B. The probability rules of intersection and union are termed as the probability rule for OR. OR represents union of two sets. The sample space S that is contained either in event A or in event B or in both is A union B, or otherwise understood as elements in A or in B. A or in B includes all the elements in A as well as in B. The U is read as OR. Probability rule for AND represents the intersection of two events, identifying those events which are common to A and B, to be read as A and B. The Venn diagram represents the area that's common to A and B, which is represented by A intersection B. This also is called as joint probability. So the basic rules for probability always lies between 0 and 1. Complement rule, or the not of A, probability of not being A equal to 1 less the probability of A, or P of not A equal to 1 minus P of A. Since the sum of happening and not happening is always equal to 1, the probability of A and probability of not A equal to 1. Intersection, probability of both being in A and in B. The common items in A and B over the total number of items that are present represents P of A and B, the intersection. Remember, if the events are mutually exclusive, the sets are disjoint, the events are mutually exclusive, then there is nothing common in between them. So P of A intersection C will be 0. Union, the probability of A or B, the rule of unions, or being present in both, either in A or in B, is the elements in both A union B over the total number of elements. That's P of A plus P of B less P of A intersection B. So we deduct the elements which are present both in A and B, which are common to both of them, or else they would be added twice. If events are mutually exclusive, please remember this component P of A intersection B, which means there is nothing in common as they are mutually exclusive, becomes 0. So the rule becomes P of A intersection union B is equal to 0. So P of A union B is P of A plus P of B alone. These are the basic rules that are used in probability. We will continue with understanding the complement rule a little more in detail. The complement of A is denoted by A dash or A bar or AC, A complement. And A complement is outside A in the inversal set. A and A dash or A complement together comprise the entire sample space. P of A plus P of A dash equal 1. So the probability of either of them could be deducted by P of A dash equal to 1 minus P of A or P of A equal 1 minus P of A dash. A simple example to understand. The Wall Street Journal reports that about 33% of all small businesses fail within the first 2 years. What's the probability that a new business will survive? Survival and failure are complements. So the probability of survival is 1 minus the probability of failure. The probability of failure is given here at 33%. So 1 minus 0.33 is 0.67, which is the chance of survival of the business in the first 2 years. Let's try to understand complement a little more in detail with collective data. Now here's a table which lists the categorization of the weights of a product: underweight, satisfactory, or overweight. We denote these events as A, B, and C. A, B, C. The number of packages which fall under each category given in frequency: 100 of them fall under underweight, 3,600 satisfactory, 300 or overweight, totaling to about 4,000 packages. We will be able to find the probability of occurrence of each of the event by understanding empirical rule, the number of favorable events over the total number of events. So for A, the favorable events are 100 numbers over the total 4,000. That gives us the probability of 0.025. Now, if you would like to find the chance that a package chosen is not satisfactory or satisfactory, we would be able to find it using the complement rule. P of B, which is satisfactory, is 1 minus probability of being not satisfactory. So there are two categories which fall under not satisfactory: underweight and overweight. Please also remember these two events are mutually exclusive. If a package is underweight, it cannot be overweight. And if a package is overweight, it cannot be underweight. So there is nothing in common between the two packages or the events in this case. So the package has to be either underweight or even overweight. Hence, the probability of not satisfactory, P of B complement, is 1 minus P of A or C, which is given by 1 minus P of A or C in mathematical form, P of A plus P of C. So adding P of A and P of C, you get about 10%. That's 1 less 10% will give you 90%, which is the amount of satisfactory products seen. Thank you. Please proceed to the next module, which will introduce you to the remaining